Hey there, this is Jexy with the Systems Alliance, and in this news update, we're going to go over the fact that Boba Fett is canceled according to Kathleen Kennedy of Star Wars fame, that of course everyone knows her dealings with The Last Jedi, Solo, Rian Johnson, all of that, but also all of the so-called A Star Wars Story spin-offs are also now canceled. So I never actually got to do a video on this, but as soon as I heard that they were doing a solo Boba Fett movie, I was like, kind of the same way I felt about a solo Han Solo movie. The reason being, with Han Solo, of course, we like that character to stay a mystery. And I guess the movie hardly went over anything in his life. So really, still a mystery, can still enjoy those movies. Solo just was kind of not that great of a movie. But with Boba Fett, he really got famous, you could almost say, post the original trilogy. He didn't actually do much in the original Star Wars films. As a real young kid, before he really started getting popular, he was just kind of a throwaway character. Like, okay, he's obviously cool and a badass. Now, of course, later on, you read in the comics, which are, I guess, not canon anymore, but whatever. Who knows? Maybe they brought some of that back. He's the only one to duel Darth Vader to a standstill and all this other stuff. So, yeah, we know Boba Fett's a badass, but the fact that they threw all of that out already, it's almost like we don't really care. But if you're going to go post-prequel Boba Fett, all the way up to when you see him in the movies, before he obviously gets eaten, of course in the comics he crawls out of there, but whatever. It just didn't seem like something we need. You know, if we wanted any solo movie, we wanted it to be Obi-Wan. Everyone wanted Obi-Wan, easily the best part of the prequels. He should have been the main focus of the prequels, but that's another story. But it appears that Disney may have finally gotten the hint after the disastrous box office results of Solo: A Star Wars Story. Now that movie raked in $392 million, but after a really large marketing budget, plus the largest production budget of any Star Wars movie ever and one of the largest ever, mostly because they had to reshoot 80% of it, Solo: A Star Wars Story ended up losing $250 million. Not only that, things are pretty toxic right now. Disney and Lucasfilm obviously had talks, Kathleen Kennedy, everyone involved, and said, you know what? Let's cut our losses with this. Let's focus on the main trilogy that people also have a problem with right now, because The Last Jedi, not a lot of people liked. I mean, things are obviously different now than the prequel era. Maybe Phantom Menace would have gotten panned as badly as The Last Jedi is now. But however you slice it, it definitely caused a lot of box office hurt on Solo. We're not sure that the Boba Fett movie was ever actually in development, but regardless of whether it was or not, clearly something that doesn't need to be done right now. I mean, Jon Favreau is already doing his Mandalorian show on Disney's streaming service, and everyone loves Jon Favreau. He does a great job, obviously, with the Marvel stuff, Happy Hogan, directing, The Jungle Book, Iron Man. Not to mention the first looks, the internet just blew up and went crazy over The Mandalorian. So they already have their Mandalorian set. You know, we don't need more of it, because when you oversaturate the market like Disney has with Star Wars, it's not as special anymore. Star Wars used to be really, really special. You used to have to wait years for the next movie. Recently, you only had to wait 1 year for the next movie, and then 6 months, and then they realized, you know what, we're doing this too fast. We're not planning it enough. They're not good enough to be able to do that. Marvel movies, they're doing great. You can put a new one out every 4 months, every 6 months, and people are gonna flock to see them because they're doing great. But they also do them on a smaller budget generally, unless it's an Infinity War type of deal. Whereas the Star Wars ones cost a ton. So if you're going to do them, you need to make your money back. And for the first time ever, they did not with Solo. Keep in mind that all the other Star Wars movies, when adjusted for inflation, all made over $1 billion. And Solo made $392 million, and it was more expensive than all of those. And of course, Rian Johnson's been enlisted to bring brand new characters into another trilogy, and I guess this is going to be part of the main trilogy, or maybe the episodes. Who knows how that's all going to go? Obviously, fans are very disappointed with Rian Johnson, The Last Jedi, Kathleen Kennedy, Solo, Star Wars franchise in general right now. So I'll be interested to see where things go. But let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think this was a great idea? Just cut bait right now. Cancel these Star Wars story movies, get rid of them, focus on the main trilogy. Is that what you want them to do? Or are you kind of disappointed you're not going to get the Boba Fett movie or anymore? Does this mean no more Obi-Wan movie? Probably. That one I would like to see, but literally none of the others I care about. And honestly, of these new ones, I still think Rogue One is the best, and yet still unnecessary as a movie. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, share, and We'll catch you next time.